Hey y'all, welcome to day 2 of my look into the Reclaiming Your Sexy process. My name is Rashida Conbay. I am a women's sensuality coach, striptease instructor, and performing artist. My goal with this work is to help women really find more confidence, have better sex, and really create a life that is filled with as much joy as they can possibly stand. If you're new to this work, you're probably a little bit confused, like how does like finding your joy and how does joy and sensuality go together? And I work from this philosophy that our sexy is not just our physical appearance. Our sexy is the way that we feel internally. It's the way that we feel about ourselves. It's the energy that we bring into our lives that allows us to move with a lot of confidence and a lot of grace in the way that we're doing things. And so our sexy is kind of like this force. It's this. It's almost like a currency that we need in order to really live our life in the best way possible. And when we're tapped into our sexy, we feel very grounded. We feel alive. We have like a shine in our skin. Like we just really look like, that we have we give off like a very vibrant energy when we are in our day-to-day lives. And when we're not tapped into that, our sexy or into our sensuality, we're kind of numb. We're, checked out. We're feeling really anxious. We're feeling tired all the time. We've really lost the passion that we might have for doing things that we enjoy in our lives. And it's from that place, when we're constantly stuck in that place, that we really miss out on the best that life has to offer, whether it's in our relationship, our work, just enjoying time with our friends and family. We just tend to miss out on so much because our bodies are so constricted and so numb that there's no space for us to receive. But when we're tapped into our sex and when we're tapped into our sensuality, we have room. We have a process of kind of purging the stuff that needs to be let go, like that we need to let go of, and then making space for welcoming in more joy and more pleasure into our lives. And I believe that the movement process of striptease is very healing, because not only does it get you moving, not only does it get you like physically moving your body, but it gets you moving your body in a very specific way where you're tapping into this erotic sexual energy that kind of lights a fire underneath you. And there's no way that you can come to at least one of my classes and have this experience and not leave feeling some sort of shift in the way that you're getting ready to approach your life. And as a sensuality coach, I work a lot from the metaphysical text, A Course in Miracles. And A Course in Miracles defines a miracle as a shift in perception from fear to love. And while it's really wonderful for us to have this head up relationship where we're, where we can think good thoughts, where we can project the experiences that we want, that we can manifest or envision the things that we desire for our lives, it's a completely different process when you are able to bring that knowledge of shifting your perception from fear to love into the rest of your body. And it takes us out of just having a head up relationship with like the divine or God or the universe or whatever you prefer, whatever term you prefer to use. And we start to have like a visceral relationship with God. We start to have a full body relationship with God where, we feel God in our hips, we feel it in our chest, we feel it from the tips of our hair down to the tips of our toes. And I really believe that when we allow that God energy, that universal life force to kind of circulate its way through our entire body, that's when we really start to experience change. And from having that energy in our bodies, we're able to feel. And the opposite of being in your sexy, the opposite of living in your erotic self is numbness. And when we're numb, we really can't do much. But when we're turned on, when we're really going after the things that we desire with like a full force, knowing that that we deserve to have those things, that's when life really just starts to light up for us. So I have been giving you all a look into the Reclaiming Your Sexy process. And if you're unfamiliar with Reclaiming Your Sexy, it's a striptease and sensuality school that is opening officially for enrollment in Chicago on March 25th, which is next Saturday. And if you aren't in Chicago, don't worry. There will be an option for you to join us in a beta test of an online program, which will be from month to month. And you'll get an opportunity to get classes and feedback and coaching with me just the same way you would if you were joining me for a live class in Chicago. The school has been running really for about 8 years now, and it's gone through several different name changes, but in the last, I guess maybe 2.5 to 3 years, Reclaiming Your Sexy has really just taken on a life of its own. And just the title of reclaiming that vibrancy, that joy, that pleasure that you desire to have in your life so that you can create the life that you want and so that you can feel good on a day-to-day basis and not like kind of be waiting for things to change in order for you to feel good, but you really being in the driver's seat of your pleasure and taking responsibility for creating a life that feels good for you. So that is just a little bit about the school. And again, it'll open on 3/25, March 25th, which is next Saturday. So go to the link in my bio if you would like to learn more and sign up for the wait list so that you can get more information. This week, I want to show you all like just a little, or today, not this week, because we'll be doing this for a few days. I want to share with you all kind of my warm-up process for doing splits, and it's a movement flow and sequence that I really like to use when I've kind of like really gone there and we're in our improv portion of the class, and it just feels good to my body to be able to do that. And I want to show you all how I get into that, because I've gotten a lot of questions about like, well, can you do a split? Because I know like I'm a big girl, and I'm like, I'm a big girl too. You know, like we can do splits. It's not a matter of your size. It's truly a matter of your muscles being warm enough that you can actually get into that process. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the warm up that I do in order to get my muscles and my hip flexors ready to be able to do that type of movement. And if you have questions, comment, or send me a message. I'd love to hear from you guys. And all right, have a great day. Bye.